What's going on YouTube, Ferocity? I hope you guys are doing well. We are now 2 weeks into the life cycle of Xdefiant. It's been a game that has been super fun, enjoyable, but it has been plagued by some pretty annoying problems at times. And when you woke up yesterday, you were welcomed with a brand new patch for Xdefiant. And I was hoping that there was going to be some massive changes. But unfortunately, all we really got was some crossplay stuff with Xbox and nothing really else of note. And that was a little disappointing. But of course, in classic Xdefiant fashion, Mark Rubin took to Twitter to ease everyone's apprehensions, to ease everyone's minds. He wrote this: "Next week's patch will be the one to look out for, with a lot of gameplay changes. Sniper flinch, bunny hopping, screen shake, and more, as well as some netcode and hit reg changes. And remember, with hit registration and netcode, no one change will fix everything, but we will keep making improvements." This is the type of communication that I think a community deserves, and that Xdefiant is absolutely crushing right now. The fact that they gave us a little bit of a lackluster update with the problems that are going on with this game, but to follow it up with this type of communication is exactly how you build momentum with your fan base, how you get a community invested in your product. And I'm super excited to see what's going to come next week, because now we're all kind of waiting on pins and needles to see what those changes are going to be. How is Sniper Flinch going to be affected? How is the bunny hopping change going to affect this game? Is it going to improve the gameplay? Are we going to notice a noticeable difference? Or is it going to be all sort of moot? Personally, I think Sniper Flinch and bunny hopping are going to make massive quality of life improvements to this game across the board, because adding some Sniper Flinch will just increase that skill gap between bad sniper and good sniper, and also make it a little bit more fair to go up against. And with bunny hopping, you're just going to take out this mechanic that is just not only silly, but very stupid. I don't know any other way to put it, if I'm going to be completely honest. It's just a frustrating mechanic that honestly doesn't belong in this game. I'm all for jump shotting, I'm all for increasing a skill gap here and there, but bunny hopping is just such a weird mechanic and such a dumb thing to do. I don't know. It just doesn't work for me, and I'm glad they're addressing it. And Mark Rubin stated before that he's not trying to eliminate jump shotting. He wants jump shotting to be in the game because it is a tactic to use. It is something that you can elevate your gameplay with. And I think that's important to note. Bunny hopping, though, is not how gunfights were intended to be, and that's why I see them eliminating it. But the big thing to note here, as much as bunny hopping and Sniper Flinch are frustrating, seeing noticeable improvements to hit reg and netcode is going to take this game such a long way. Because right now there are players that are kind of disappointed with their experience that they're getting. They want it to be better. They want it to be improved. And this seems to aim right at those players. The second hit reg and netcode improve, what are you really going to sit here and complain about? I don't know what there is really to complain about with Xdefiant, other than the fact that maybe their microtransactions are a little bit pricey. Oh no, you didn't want to buy that reskin? No one's forcing you. Weird how that works. Anyways, to get this back on point, it seems as if the game is going in a very positive direction, and we're not even at Season 1 yet. This is all preseason additions that they're making to the game, improvements to enhance the gameplay for everybody. They're not sitting on their hands and waiting for seasonal launches to make massive changes. They're attacking the game now, which is how a proactive approach works. And this is what us as a community deserve. For so long, it feels as if studios just wait until their next seasonal launch to try to fix something, and then they break something else. And it's so frustrating from a player standpoint, because we never really see massive improvements week to week, month to month. And right now it seems as if Xdefiant is trying to at least improve dramatically from launch to Season 1 and before that even. And that's just such a nice breath of fresh air. And that's why this game is being constantly heralded as a refreshing experience. This type of communication, this type of honesty and openness from the development team is such a breath of fresh air. It is such a departure from what we've received from a game and a franchise like Call of Duty for far too long, where they just seem to want to ignore the community. They don't have a one-to-one relationship anymore. The fact that I go to Mark Rubin, the actual developer, to get my news instead of a secondary person like Charlie Intel or Modern Warzone just tells you where we're at from a community relationship standpoint. It's almost like Call of Duty hates their audience, whereas Xdefiant accepts that they're part of the ecosystem that you need to be successful. It's very weird in reality. But obviously maybe that's a little hyperbolic. But what I mean is, like, it's just nice to have somebody directly working on the inside willing to communicate with you on everything. It's just such a change of pace. And we don't have to go to some Trello board that half the time doesn't work or doesn't show any real active bugs. We get it from the horse's mouth, which is such... Oh, it's just really nice, man. It really is. And the fact that he's constantly communicating with the community, he's active within posts, like, he'll just randomly reply to somebody talking about Xdefiant, and it's just nice to see. It's nice to be a part of. And this community has been refreshing as well. The way that they're communicating with the developers, for the most part from what I've seen, has been a little bit less toxic. Now, obviously, there's toxicity there, but it's not as bad as it's been before with other games, mainly Call of Duty. So that's really nice to see. So all in all, yes, was yesterday's patch a little disappointing? For sure. But the nice thing is we have some clarity that massive changes are on the way for Xdefiant. Changes that are going to define this game moving forward. Do the developers have a grasp on how to fix some of their key issues? Time will tell, but it's extremely exciting to look forward towards a patch that you know is going to at least attempt to improve the quality of the life of the game. And that's what we're here for. The game is great as is. I love the game, don't get me wrong. I understand the faults, I accept the faults, and I'll still play the game despite them. But knowing that there's improvements along the way, that is just music to my ears. So while yes, I'm excited for next week, don't think that I'm going to wait till then to hop into Xdefiant for my next opportunity to play this game. No, I'll be there right after you watch this video, grinding away and just enjoying the experience all in all. So, very curious what you guys think of the changes coming to Xdefiant. Are you happy with what you're hearing? Are you a little bit apprehensive? Or are you somebody that's just waiting until we see the results until they get excited about something? And that's completely fair as well. You know, you can show, don't tell type thing, right? Anyways, that's it for the video today. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, can you please hit that like button? If you want to see more videos from me, if you want to hear me talking a little bit more about Xdefiant, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you very much for watching. Love you all.